What's up, guys? Swinging into this Walmart. I gotta pick me up some gear. I'm out of everything, man. I'm out of everything. The only moisture I can get is a little bit of the washer fluid that squirts off the windshield and flies in the driver's window. That's all I got to drink, man. I'm dehydrated, thirsty. Man, I gotta get me something. So here's one of the reasons why they don't like truck drivers parking at the Walmart parking lot. It's because scumbags leave stuff like this. And at least this scumbag, they took and put it in a cart instead of throwing it out on the ground. But I mean, you can see trash over there and then trash over there in the corner. People throw their trash out and makes it bad for all of us. And then we don't have a place to park. So, I mean, right here, let me show you. Off in the distance here, it says no overnight parking, semi-trailer parking is the sign over here. Yeah, it's because of scumbags right there. I'll show you what I grabbed when I get back out here, that my provisions I'm gonna have to get from the old Walmart. So I'm in Walmart right now. So this tow bar right here is $100. So instead of a person buying this for $100 new in Walmart, what I would do is get on the Facebook Marketplace, and for $125 you could get a $500 tow bar that's used, but it's nowhere going to be used like what you could possibly use it in drive away, if that made any sense. So basically what I'm saying is, when we get these, we use the hell out of them. So I would go with, a Blue Ox, a Stowmaster 5000, a something along those lines that's a little bit better quality. So I mean, you all could do what you want. You could come in here and get the $100 one, but if it was me, I'd get on that Facebook Marketplace. Let me show you one other thing. So in a pinch, this guy right here, you could literally take this guy and hook it on to something. So let's say you got a step van. You could possibly put this somewhere on it and run another piece of steel plate on the opposite side and line up these bolts and bolt it together, and then that would make your hitch usable. So also they sell this at Walmart. It's a little drop down, but man, you can make this or have it made yourself. Let me show you how. So if you already had one of these, you could grab this and cut that off right here and have a welder weld two of those guys on there, and a welder could also construct something like that but longer. And you could cut all this yourself at your house, run it to the welder and have them weld it if you don't have the means to weld. Don't buy those. I could take a set of pliers and snap that in half. Very, very weak. This lock right here, I've used those in the past. They're okay. And what these two guys are for is it goes in that hole right there for hooking to the ball, so some jackleg won't come along and flip that switch up and make your shit fly off, kill somebody. Don't buy this. It's junk. You see how this right here has been constructed, how where the zip tie is around that, it's thinner than the rest of it? Well, that's going to make a weak point right there, and that pin is just going to come off. It's no good. Let me show you something else. Same thing with this. See right here? It's tapered. That's going to snap off. It's going to probably snap where that rubber gasket is. Okay, that one's the same. This one you can't tell because the lock is on it. It's the same. That one's the same. So, I mean, pretty much for what we do, The only good thing on here, on this whole shelf, that I would even purchase is the brass lock right there for $5.97. That'd be it right there. And then those other two things, we don't use that for what we do. If you want to go with one of these plugs, I would go with that one instead of the $29.97, because all you got to do is splice into the wires that go to the back of that, put you a pigtail off of there, like this guy, like that guy, but cheaper. This one's $14, just because it's the fancy one that lights up and stuff. So you don't really need that. I always go cheap. So that's the prices for all the towing stuff. But I mean, a lot of this stuff is unnecessary for what we do. In a pinch, this would be okay to buy for an extension, but I'm going to warn you that you don't know if they use Chinese steel or what they use. You don't know if the welds are quality. I mean, you're risking it. So you could literally buy that piece there from Tractor Supply. You could buy this piece right here. It has the rounded edges and no seam on it. And you can buy that piece right there at the welding shop and have a welder make that, put it all together for you. And I mean, instead of $40, you're going to spend $50, but you're going to have something that's going to last for numerous years. These tow lights for $24, don't buy them. They're junk. They're only going to last maybe a month and a half, if whatever. But I would just construct my own, drill holes in your tail lights, stick some bulbs in there. Let me show you what you can do. So if it was me, what I would do, I would buy this tail light replacement thing, and I'd rip that housing off of there without damaging the rest of it. I'd drill a hole and epoxy that into your hole in your tail light on the opposite side. That's an option, but some people won't want to do it because they can't access the bulb after it's been epoxied. So you can take and use some type of like caulk, like clear silicone caulk, and then you can use a razor blade and cut that back out of there. So I mean, that's an option right there. And you would get, just from this right here, you would only get your tail light bulb. So I mean, you'd have to come up with something different for your turn signal. You can make a turn signal out of this guy. All you got to do is get it affixed behind your tail light lens or your turn signal lens on the back of your tow vehicle. Bam, there's your housing for your bulb. But a lot of people don't want to drill like 5,000 holes in something. I'm just saying, you can make this a turn signal. I mean, I think y'all see a theme here. We're trying to go cheap. Don't want to spend all your money making money. So right here, if you was going to touch up a frame, would you use this? The answer is no, because it leaves a skim on there in which the customer can tell. I'll show you some other spray paints. This guy is 2 steps above that last spray paint. This guy right here is about even with the last one. If it was me and I was desperate, I would go with this one right here. It's $5.87. It's the Rustoleum high performance enamel, and by far the best that you can find is at Tractor Supply, and it says gloss black on it, and it's the premium paint, in my opinion, to spray on a frame to hide a scratch or scuff or whatever that you might do to a truck. Show you what I got here. So these Bumblebee snack packs, it's basically tuna and crackers. They keep pretty well. They come with a spoon and everything you need to have you a little snack, instead of going to bed hungry or riding a bus or riding a train or what have you. Hey, you're not going to go hungry with the Bumblebee snack pack. So we got the Vienna Sausages, and you know, they are what they are. I usually have a fork in my condiments bag that I keep in my vehicle, and you know, a couple of those that'll get me through till the next time I eat or find a restaurant. These peanut butter crackers, it's something good to have on the go, you know. And I got my Dr. Pepper here, water and tea. That saves a lot of money every meal, you know, because that's $2 per meal. You might as well say you're saving. So my DEF, I did have to buy DEF for this truck because it's a new truck. It was very, very low. So with buying the DEF at Walmart, I lost $2 because it's cheaper to get it at the pump than to pick it up in a container at Walmart. So, you know, you can do what you want, but that's the cards I was dealt. So basically, this stuff here cost me $27.85. So the DEF was a must. This other stuff is my backup. So, you know, if I get thirsty or hungry, hey, I'm covered. So when I put DEF in a truck and it comes out of my pocket, here's what I do with the container. I put that container in that truck. Reason being is I don't want the customer to say, you didn't put DEF fluid in it. I'll be like, hey bro, look in the side box at the empty container. Yeah. Check this truck out. Look at that. That's impressive. This guy spent a lot of money on this thing. Dang. I'd rip my pants if I had to try to get in that thing. You know what this is made for, right? It's to run over protesters. I bet this thing, man, I don't know. I bet this guy has $130,000 in this on the low end. The more I look at it, the crazier it is. Oh, I'm guessing 150 now after the walk around. It's no joke. Look at this. This dude is serious. This guy, when he builds a mall crawler, he goes all out. Well guys, that was my Walmart experience. I hope you enjoyed that. You know, give me a thumbs up so this algorithm on this here YouTube will give me some more subscribers and a little bit more business on my end. So be sure and like and subscribe, and don't forget the most important thing: get out there and make some damn money.